day it has been, and what an incredible opportunity to buy something so new, so fresh. They said it couldn't be done. They said there was no way, but Jay King has never let that stop him. He absolutely developed a new technology to bring to life, the first time ever, a full gemstone hinged bangle bracelet. Oh my gosh, new gemstones, new opportunities, and new adventures that you're gonna go on. I have a lot to share with you. I do wanna tell you we've sold out of one of the colors already. I do have still available in limited numbers the worldwide premiere on HSN of that denim, beautiful lapis. This, of course, is that spectacular Brazilian green quartz that has that icy feel, and then the red coral that is just gonna melt your heart as well. Notice the silver. Notice the double clasp. Notice, I'll show you, it's hinged as well. It is spectacular through and through. And already today, so many thousands of people have said, okay, I'm gonna get that. I've spent the whole holidays treating everybody else, but now it's time to treat myself. Just before Jay and I dive in, I did wanna make sure you saw all of these extras, because Jay was hiding these from me at midnight. You did, Jay. You were hiding them away because you knew I'd be all over it. If you didn't get the other earrings, we have hoop earrings available in all the glorious colors. I have a ring available as well, which I think is still being hidden from us.
There's one in the front.
You see one ring?
There's one.
Oh, Jay, you've been selling them all out.
No, so what are you blaming me for this stuff?
What have you done to me today? There's the ring that's available. We've got the classic earrings and, of course, the necklace. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that needs no introduction, HSN's #1 jewelry brand, Mr. Jay King.
Okay, I've got a new theme for you.
New theme? New theme?
You know, we are friends, right? Mates, right?
Yes.
So I want you to do these next 3 hours for King and Country.
King and Country? Jay, it's a new primetime show. I can see it in lights. It's fantastic.
It just came to me.
As I said, he's always innovating. Jay, we were joking around, but this was something that honestly, at first, it didn't seem possible.
Well, you know, this started a year ago. And you know, the only thing when I was prepping for the show, I did really, like I brought pieces to show how this is manufactured, what makes it special. And then when I got here, I thought, why didn't you bring your original drawing? Because that's how it all started. This started off as a concept piece for me. I drew it, and then everybody in my staff, they all said, there's just absolutely no way to do this. You can't do this. So here, show this one on the denim.
Look at this.
So, yeah.
And look at the hinge as well. I mean, Jay, you talk about the material, but you also talk about the silver as well, which is in itself an amazing accomplishment, right?
You know, so what makes this so unique and so special is what you just did, just right there.
Yeah,
okay?
You heard it as well.
So, you know, the big challenge on bangles, I've been making bangles for 48 years. I mean, it's always a kind of a standard design that almost any jewelry manufacturer, you know, at one time in their career has made a bangle bracelet. The thing is how do you make the better mousetrap? How do you make that new and improved bangle bracelet? Yeah. The big thing with bangles is this. All bangles, the majority of bangles are always big round pieces, right? Okay, the reason that they make them round is because for the bangle to go over, they have to go over your hand. So that's where the big snafu happens. It's got to be big enough to go over the normal hand. So, of course, your hand is much larger than your wrist in almost every case. I've never seen anybody that had a wrist bigger than their hand, right? You have to make it large enough to go over the hand, and then it goes on the wrist. So then what you've got is you've got this huge bangle. Hence, I think that's really kind of where the name came from, right? A bangle bracelet, because it bangles on your wrist. The big thing with a bangle bracelet is if you've got a normal bangle on, it's great when you're down here and you can layer them and everything, but as soon as you go like this, you're wearing your bangles on your elbow, right? So that was really the thing that we were trying to get over. And also, you know, on a bangle bracelet, the key thing with your wrist isn't round. No. Your wrist is oval, pretty much. It's like an oval shape. So what I drew this up. Again, this was just a concept. Then, first of all, they said you can't cut this material like that, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a bazillion dollars. They gave me every excuse in the world except for we can do it, right? So finally got over that hump. And then it came to the clasp.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where it really, really gets creative, very innovative. We did a dozen, literally a dozen prototypes. A dozen prototypes. These are all done by hand. They're all self-engineered by us in-house. And we finally came up with this. Now, the thing with this, you cannot buy these findings. These closures, this hinge and this closure, you cannot go purchase them. They're not available on the market. There's no findings catalogs that sell these. Nobody has this. And that's the beauty of what we do. We actually solved our own problem, but we make these. And I mean, they're individually handcrafted in our shop. So every one of these clasps is hand done. And it's really remarkable clasp. And so it doesn't involve a magnet.
No.
Right? The great thing is when you put it on, you snap it,
it
clicks. Now, when you first start putting these on and off, they're going to be a little stiff at first, and then they'll loosen up, but they're not going to get sloppy. And that was another thing. We war test these. We had members of our team that wore these on a daily basis. They took them on and off, and they ran them through the gamut, and we tweaked them to make sure that we had a perfect product. The cool thing about this, we don't have to do this, because it's so secure when you clasp it. I mean, but just to make ultimate sure to be safe, we actually put 2 safety clasps on each side of each one of them. So you not only have the clasp, which clicks in, and then you have 2 safety clasps. Just like my grandpa used to wear a belt and suspenders. Just in case. Just in case one of them failed, right? I mean, in true redneck fashion, you know, always prepared. The next thing that we did on this was selecting the materials. And of course, we're not going to talk about one of the materials because it's gone.
Sold out.
All right. But what you have here is the very, very first time we've ever done denim lapis. Okay? This is the new lapis. I've been saying this for years, right, guys, that I'm running out of lapis, and it's here. All right? Now, in 2025, will we have lapis, the real high grade lapis? I mean, this AAA grade lapis. Yes, certainly we're going to have it. It's going to be in selected bracelets, earrings, rings, maybe a few pendants. There will be no beads, 0 beads. The new go-to for lapis for us is going to be denim lapis, but it's going to be a really high-grade denim lapis, right? It's a really high-grade material. It's not a low-grade material. So, and that is so vital and so important because lapis is a big part of what we do. This is denim, and the denim lapis, of course, is because of the denim color, right? Then you've got another, so that's brand new material. The Brazilian green quartz.
Which I love.
Okay, this is really a unique material. Again, this is brand new. Look at this. Look at the beads. Is that incredible or what? This is a brand new mine find. This is a material that we acquired about 2 years ago. It's been sitting in the warehouse. This is the first time we're actually launching it, that we're actually using it. The crystals on this, we really had to sort through the natural crystals to actually be able to find rough big enough to do the bangle, and then the other materials sorted to smaller sizes, smaller crystals where we could cut the beads and the cabochons, etc., that we did for the matching pieces. So both of those materials, the denim and the Brazilian green quartz, are brand new. Then the last selection is, of course, this Indonesian red coral. This is a natural red coral. This material was all harvested. This is a branch coral. It was harvested pre-1985.
Oh my gosh.
In 1985, they restricted, basically outlawed, the harvesting of this particular coral, any coral really. And then what they did to